Alamogordo Tigers head football coach AJ Cisco. Coach, how are you today?
Charles, I'm great, man. Thanks for having me in again.
Happy to have you. And certainly a tough night on Friday. You know, a lot of first game stuff, it felt like, whether it was penalties or turnovers. When you sat back and looked at the game afterwards, what was your assessment maybe after watching tape?
When we watch film Saturday morning, you see our first drive, the physical nature we're teaching and trying to instill, we did it. And you can see how easily we moved the ball up and down the field. And even with that, we had some broken plays. Some things were not executed the way we designed, but because of our physicality and our nature that we were trying to get after, we still had success. And then that kind of tapered off towards the end. As the game went on, we didn't sustain it for 4 quarters, and that's something that we got to get better at. There were some positives. You can see all the young mistakes that we made about lining up correctly in formations, the not having the correct personnel in, and it's one of those that we don't have 3 formations. I want to say we got into 16 formations on Friday night. And so I can understand some kids who, the first time under the lights, that we screw up some personnel stuff, but it's stuff we're going to get better at. There were a lot of positives that we could take away from Friday. Make no excuses, it wasn't a good performance. We didn't play well. Our kids didn't play well. Our coaches didn't coach well. We didn't make adjustments well, and I take full responsibility for it all. But we showed back up at 8 o'clock in the morning and got back to work. And so the attitude around the program is great. They understand that it's a process of changing all this, and we're going to continue to get better at it.
We'll start with the defensive side. Did you just feel it was the physicality that you talked about, that it wasn't sustained throughout the entire game, that Valencia kind of wore you guys down, or what were you seeing that they were able to move the ball on you guys? On Friday night?
They wore us down physically. They sustained it for 4 quarters. We did not. And just in any type of football game, the more physical team's going to win. And our kids didn't execute it very well. We tried to put them in place to be successful in situations, and they didn't execute it. So that all goes back to coaching. Did we coach them up the right way during the week? So we didn't take a long look at ourselves, but we understood and we identified the mistakes we made, and we talked to our kids about if they would do what they're taught, and we'd have a chance. And we didn't capitalize on the chances we had. We screwed up from the opening kickoff and gave up a touchdown, blew a coverage. Went right back down and scored. And we had our chances to get off the field, and we couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. Then that's something that our defense got to get better at, and we didn't sustain drives very well. I mean, we found ways to continually shoot ourselves in the foot and dig ourselves a hole. So as a whole, man, we're going back to one foot in front of another, and we're going to go get ready for Los Lunas.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and move on and move forward towards Los Lunas, and this is going to be a huge test. I mean, they put up 60 points last week in a shootout. I don't know, if we give credit to the Los Lunas offense or the Aztec defense struggling or whatever it was, but they're certainly going to be a very potent offense against you guys this week.
They're pretty dang good.
Yeah.
It was very eerie watching that game against Aztec. It was almost like watching a video game. I want to say Los Lunas returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. They kick it off back to Aztec. Aztec returns it to the 50. The very next play, Aztec throws a touchdown pass, 50 yards. Los Lunas gets the ball, goes like 80 yards, real fast scores. Aztec gets the ball, goes right back. I mean, it was a video game. It was like playing Madden. We were watching high school Madden. So Los Lunas is good. They're very physical in nature, big, strong kids. Offensively, they're very similar to Artesia. Coach Maupin's done a good job instilling his offense over there, and they're a little more different. Their best athlete's their quarterback, Nick Garland, and he's good. I mean, he's a big, strong kid that can run, and so they let their quarterback run a little more than Artesia usually does with their kids. So, and it's nothing new. It's stuff that we've seen. I've grown up against playing that offense, and it's a matter of our kids executing with a game plan that we put in this week, on both sides of the ball.
So talk about that game plan defensively. I mean, I know you don't want to get too much into that, but is it just being able to be in the right spots and executing the plays that you be the places the coaches are telling you?
Yeah, and we did a good job last Friday of lining up correctly. I mean, our kids, I don't think we blew an alignment from the start. Now, the execution after that, we did not do that very well. So, and we're doing a lot of different things. We don't want to change everything we do. We don't just say, one game, let's change it all and let's throw it all away. So we're going to stay in our base 50, and we'll come get them a couple of times, and then we'll sit back and drop 8 and rush 3, and I mean, we're going to disguise some coverages and make it hard, and we're not going to sit back in one way and just say, hey, have fun. So we're gonna try to make it hard and make them work, and make a young quarterback have to make adjustments and see how he does with pressure. Aztec got after him pretty well the whole time. So, but at time we're going to mix it up, not make it just one-dimensional defensively. Offensively, we're going to have to try to be physical with them and match them. They're very good up front. Their front seven's really strong, runs the ball very well. So we're going to have to try to get up there and get after them. And we do a lot of things offensively. We execute a window dress that it's tough on defenses to match up to it.
What did you say? I mean, the one thing I noticed, it felt like back in Valencia game that their defensive line was being able to get to the backfield quickly. What did you guys see in terms of trying to correct that going into this week? Is it just execution
That
again?
was a lot of blown assignments up front.
Yeah.
Whether we're turning play side 2 techniques loose on a lead play, which is a base scheme that we run, and our linemen just lack of communication. So we talked to our linemen about they have to talk every play. So you saw the no huddle stuff, and we don't go fast. We're still trying to learn it. But our kids got to do a better job of talking and talking fast and communicating. So we worked on that all week, and that was a lot of it, was lack of communication between all 5 guys up front.
What's your feeling of this group? I talked about it, bouncing back from a loss. A lot of these kids haven't played before, and you're not going to know, obviously, until Friday night. But what's your feeling from this group and their ability to bounce back from a tough night like Friday?
It's awesome. Our kids, you left that stadium, you left Tiger Stadium on Friday night, and our kids are discouraged, but we went into our locker room, and we talked as a team, and we don't sugarcoat anything. We flat out said it wasn't very good. But we told them we're going to come back to work. Sun's going to come up, and we were there at 8 o'clock the next morning. We were watching film with the kids till past noon. We got a lot of work done, and at the same time, our JV kids went off to Artesia and played a heck of a game over there in our JV game against Artesia. So the kids are up for the task at hand. So they're excited. They show up every day. It's the best group of kids. So good things will happen for this group of kids, and I want the community to understand that, and the people to understand that these kids are building some character, and these things are good for our kids, and not necessarily for football, but for life.
Yep, they're working hard, and that's all that you as coaches can ask from them, and just hope that they keep doing that throughout the season.
They will.
Things will get better.
And the good things will come, and that's what we tell our kids. You keep working hard, good things will come to the guys that do it the right way.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see what happens on Friday against Los Lunas. Best of luck, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.